dear people, remember when I said that every time you watch a movie or a TV show, it's like going into another dimension and exploring the journey and the adventure? Well, oh boy, do I have an adventure for you. But I'm afraid it's one of those adventures that's gonna make you want to claw your eyes out, wishing for it to be over. This dimension that we're going to be traveling through today, try to keep it together, is called the VelociPastor, a man of the claw. You know, when I was looking for movies about dinosaurs and monsters and stuff, I did not expect this. But alas, here we are. Let's begin into the journey of what this horrible movie is about. So right off the bat, we're off to a really good start. But anyways, we come face to face with the main character, don't know what his name is, but he's a priest or a pastor or whatever at his church. He's giving his speech, then he goes out to meet his parents. It's so sweet because his parents look very happy to see him as he comes out of the church, and they're like, oh look, it's our son, hey! It seems like it's going to be a bright and sunny movie.
No. No.
Okay, so let me understand this correctly. This is a shot from in the movie, but I guess they couldn't afford the effects, so they kindly let the audience know that don't mind there being an empty space here. You can hear the sound. We're telling you that this is supposed to be a shot of the car on fire, which means there was an explosion and the parents have died. Never mind there not being any explanation as to why their car was even on fire in the first place when it looked totally fine. Don't mind that. This needs to happen. Plot.
No!
Okay, you know what? I'm doing this for you guys. I hope you understand that, because right now I don't know whether or not to punch my monitor or to get up and fling myself down the stairs in a rage. Keep in mind that this movie had a budget of $35,000. The director is also the person who wrote it.
So your parents died, Doug. It's what parents do. They die on you.
So his pastor or his mentor tries to, I guess, console him. I think, honestly, he's failing. Main character tries to question his beliefs and his mentor tells him he has to go where God won't find you. I don't know what this whole thing is about. What are we watching, Farscape?
God will not.
So we go through with the intro of the VelociPastor, and they don't want it to be lost on you that the background or the projection of the road outside is daytime, but the way the inside of the car is shot is nighttime. They really make this a running gag that goes on for so long, you'd be an idiot to not realize what's happening. Anyways, main character finds himself in China, because apparently that's where God won't follow you. I expect him to say something completely different. He has fun exploring because, you know, he's never been anywhere else but the inside of his own church. And a girl falls at his feet who had been shot through the heart or through the chest with an arrow. She gives him something and says that he has to destroy it or they will hunt him forever. So he gets all woozy and falls down. Don't worry, it's artificial blood. It's like jelly. Is that part of the set? We find out that the guy named Doug keeps having dreams about just weird things, and his mentor is trying to help him. His claw has some significance, because apparently it's supposed to be about some dragon warrior thing. We all know that's going to be him. Then the story cuts to this girl. She's really cute, and she's going to be a main character. You can kind of figure this out, and her Captain Hook pimp.
Speak up, Carlos! I'm gonna give you the fucking boot!
Cause you're swimming in bitches.
You goddamn right!
Obviously, she's trapped as a prostitute, and she doesn't want to be doing this for Captain Hook guy anymore, but unfortunately, you know, the odds are not in her favor.
And you are the real money.
Yeah, honey, you just keep staring at him, and that will make him drop dead just from wishing. Not like you know, didn't make the choice to go turn tricks. But anyways, she's the victim.
Yo! Charity! If you stuff dicks in your mouth like you're doing that sandwich, I'd be a fucking millionaire by now!
That night, the hunger takes over Doug. He can't take it anymore, and he goes out to try and find something to eat, or at least to control it. Carol, the girl as we know her name is now, she goes out to have a smoke. What is she doing in the middle of the woods? Who knows? She starts to get robbed by this guy, but then something out of nowhere comes and tries to attack him. Looks like it kills him, but he's up on his leg. And my friends, this is the big reveal. This is when we get to look at the dinosaur, at the velociraptor, the dreaded creature that Doug now turns into. Ready for the money shot? Here you go, folks. That's the velociraptor. That's what we're working with today. Yep. You know, when you see the cover art for these DVDs or movies, you're like, I can work with that. Even though it's a stupid premise, if the raptor looks like that, I can work with it. But no, when you actually watch the movie, oh my dear Lord. That's what it looked like in the creator's head. That is essentially goals, and this is real life. You know there are animators on YouTube that... Never mind. Let's continue. Can't they make the puppets blink? It's freaking creepy. Dude. Anyways, Doug wakes up thinking this was all a dream and finds out that, to his horror, it wasn't. Sexy girl comes in this room and he thinks that he slept with her and he's like, no! But then she's all chill and she's like, no, bro, we didn't have sex. You turned into a freaking dinosaur and that was cool. You saved my life because, you turned into a dinosaur. This is an anime, apparently. Doug's response to all of this?
What?
Oh God, guys, I hope you know how much I care about you because I suffered through this and it was very difficult for me. He's having a hard time believing that he changed into a dinosaur. He doesn't believe in dinosaurs and he wouldn't transform into one even if he did believe in a dinosaur. But as you can tell, even though this preacher is kind of hot, he doesn't have all the brains upstairs.
Do you have anything I can wear?
Because turning into a dinosaur rips off all your clothes, don't you know? The only thing she finds for him to wear is this. Like, no, you don't own one t-shirt, my brother, not one sweatpants or shorts or even short shorts. No, that's the go-to. Anyways, Carol shows him the dead body as proof that he in fact did kill this person. And at first I'm thinking, what if she killed it and is trying to frame him? That never entered his mind. But poor thing, he's been in a bubble all of his life. He's having a hard time accepting this. She, on the other hand, thinks it's cool because he can use his powers for good to get rid of those evil people. Like Dexter. Feeling confused and upset, Doug runs away to go do confessions. Doug gets there late and takes his first confession person, who actually turns out to be Carol's pimp, the Captain Hook guy. But Doug doesn't even know him. The guy confesses that he actually killed an old couple who turned out to be Doug's parents. Of course, being that he's part were-raptor now, Doug turns into a raptor and kills this guy. Ah! Take a look, ladies and gentlemen. This is how serial killers are born. Doug goes back to Carol's house and he's like, you know what? You're right. This feels too good. I'm going to justify this. I think you're right. All the scum of the earth need to be erased at the hands of my jaws. I know that sounds weird, but you know what I mean. During this time, he still serves as a pastor while killing people in the moonlight, all while falling in love with this girl who totally has the hots for him. And he also, by the way, let her know that he killed this guy who killed his parents. He said his name, and she's like, that's my pimp. You freed me because I couldn't have done it any other way. Thank you so much. And of course, we get a segue into them falling in love, and somehow they manage to put in and segue into some kind of gym membership advertisement. Don't know what's happening. I mean, when he turns into the raptor, he's already stronger than 10 men, so I don't get what his human body is supposed to do. Okay. Don't worry, our adventure continues because then we meet the bad guys. Ninja, faith, religious people from China. Okay. I'm so fucking done with this movie. Jesus Christ. Oh, okay. Anyway, Doug's mentor happens to see him with Carol and he's worried about his faith. He's like, dude, your dick doesn't have rights anymore, so you're not supposed to be even with this girl. And he's like, dude, but I'm a dinosaur. I turn into dinosaur and I do work for the Lord. And he's like, okay, we need to help you. We need to go and exercise whatever's going on with you right now. Let's go. So they go to this old exorcist friend of the mentors who dabbles in the dark arts, which is so funny because, you know, they're Christian and it's not the way to do things, I guess. But yeah, it doesn't end very well. Unfortunately for Doug's mentor, he ends up hurting him, basically killing him. Then he goes to the girl's house and she's like, let's have sex. And he's like, yeah, but my friend. And she's like, no, let's do it. There's this scene that really should have had a seizure warning attached to it. Oh, thank God it's over. Don't worry, kids. It was only a flash. I was wrong. Well, they're having a good time. It's his first time doing it after a while. And all of a sudden, the girl also knows super ninja moves. Not to mention the guy in his human form knows ninja moves too, I guess. I guess I could get why he knows it, because the Dragon Warrior thing. Why does she know it? Did his sperm give her that ability? I mean, I don't know what's going on here.
Where did all these ninjas coming from?
Be out of your ass while you were sleeping. We found out that Doug's friend and mentor is also alive. The Chinese villains saved him. Or maybe they're just religious. In their eyes, they're good, but they're the villains for our protagonist, even though he literally rips people apart to pieces. They only saved him because they believe that he is a true believer, and then he's like, Doug's gonna get you guys because you can't force people, you can't force religion on them. And then the guy's like, well, you're not a real believer, stab. So now he's actually really dead. You will get a lot of anime vibes from this movie. I swear, if this was animated, it would be totally fine. But let's just continue. And don't worry, because there's gonna be a big reveal. So Doug goes back to China. I mean, they don't really even show them traveling. They just switch another scene to the woods, and they're like, yeah, we're in China now. Like the park down the street, the woodland area behind that, that's China. Walk one block up, and that's America. And that's how they kind of do it in this movie. Anyways, Doug meets up with these bad guys, and he's like, leave me alone. Like I said, Doug's girlfriend, Carol, now also has the ability to fight like a ninja as well.
Wait. That voice.
Remember me now? Brother!
Yeah, it turns out he had a brother all along, and they made it look like he was an only child. Come to find out that the brother had always been there, even though the parents acted like they only had one son. What a freaking nightmare this freaking movie is.
No. It's impossible.
His brother tries to kill him, so he uses their own ancestor's sword to kill his brother instead. I don't know why that's their ancestor's sword. Clearly they're not Chinese, so I don't know. I'm not even going to ask too much into it. It's this movie. That's not even blood. What the? Okay. Whatever. Anyways, Carol gets mowed down with the sword, but she's dying even though the sword looks like it didn't even cut her that deep. I'm sorry, where were your ninja moves then? What, you have to be standing an inch away from your boyfriend for you to know how to fight now? As she's dying, the bad boys seem to feel bad for her as well, and they're consoling each other because it's such a sad scene, you know. Now you can imagine that Doug is livid, and we're waiting for him to turn into the dinosaur. The big reveal is coming, saved up for the last part of the movie. He looks at the ninjas, they look at him, and of course we gotta have the anime speech.
I believe in a higher power, but praying right now will never save.
You're lying!
So are you ready for the big reveal, guys? Are you ready to see the Velociraptor in all of its glory and badassery? Most advanced practical effects we've seen in a while since Jurassic Park. I think they built it up enough and they saved the best for last. Here we go, guys. Let's watch this Velociraptor kick these people's asses. I'm sorry, the VelociPastor. Oh my god, this was so worth it. I don't even how to feel. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, so done. VelociPastor, the DVDs that you find at the end of the earth under some weird Indian guy's couch. I don't know why he has to be Indian, but Indian movies look like this too. Anyways, I would totally say, you know what, go watch it. If you want to just chill and laugh while you're angry, you know, simultaneously, just watch this. These videos, these movies, shows, whatever they are, they originate from the ass end of the ass of the world. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I can't say I did. I don't know, I don't have an adjective to explain or describe what that was, but if you're into that kind of thing and you're really thirsty for dinosaur content and there is absolutely nothing out there, I guess this could be your last resort, and it's probably better if you watch it while on the bush, if you know what I mean. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. This has been Ultiori. You ask, we answer.